So the last video I made was Black Clover's first arc video, and that was the whole story of the first arc, but this video I want to show you what it's like in just Asta's eyes. If you like Black Clover content, then don't forget to watch all the other Black Clover content I have, and subscribe. Thank you. So when Asta was a baby, he was abandoned at a church with Yuno. But what are the chances of both the babies being abandoned, you know? They're two random babies, they're not related in any way, so the father takes them in and raises them. So Yuno and Asta grew up together, and Sister Lily, the nun there, showed them a book where there's a wizard king who saves the village from the strong, powerful demon. And you can still see the skull in Hodge village where they live. Ever since that day, Yuno and Asta both wanted to become the Wizard King. But who cares about Yuno, you know? So Asta has another dream besides becoming Wizard King. He really wants to marry Sister Lily.
Who in the blue hell are you?
But where was Asta raised? Only in the rednecks village of Hodge. So he lives in a church with 8 other people. And because there's about 8 other people, there's not a lot of money because they're very poor. So a little bit of food. But what they lack in materials, they have a surplus in friendship. Well, kind of. So Asta was born with no magic, but all the other 7 members of his family were, and Yuno has incredible magic. But even then, that didn't stop him from wanting to become Wizard King. So even his family told him that there's no chance that you'll ever be Wizard King because you have no magic. Give up now. He'll never give up, and that's his whole motto. But Sister Lily tells him that there might be hope when he goes to the grimoire ceremony, that the grimoire that he receives will enhance his magical power, which he has none, but maybe it'll give him some magic.
So that was a fucking lie.
Once he goes to the grimoire ceremony, he sees everyone getting a grimoire except for him. So now he has no magic and no grimoire. But he doesn't let that stop him at all. He's very similar to Rock Lee. Since he doesn't have magic, he just trains his muscles and gets really buff. When he was younger, he protected Yuno from trouble, and that has not changed 10 years later. He is still saving Yuno from bad guys. Even though this is a magic world and Asta has no magic and he's fighting guys with huge magical powers. After being beat down by life and nothing going his way, he also gets beat down by Revchi. But because he was courageous and he tried to save Yuno, Asta finally gets grimoire. It's the 5-leaf clover grimoire. But he still has no magic though, they're demonic powers. But for now, even though he has no magic, he has a giant fucking sword that can cut through magic. So he knocks out Revchi, and Yuno finally accepts him as a rival. Well, since his grimoire has a sword that's very heavy, now he has a weight to add to his workouts. So once he gets back home from working out, he's sitting at the table eating and talking to his family. Straight back to the gym with him. He's ready to lift some weights. After Asta finishes reps, and Yuno stops reading his fucking books, they head off to the Magic Knights exam. Once they get to the city, Asta soon realizes the big city is nothing like his redneck town. But he also realizes that he sees the throne he wants to sit on, and Yuno was thinking the same thing, you know? So once they get into the castle, Asta's being attacked by these anti-birds. And these anti-birds only attack people that have no magic. And most people have 1 or 2 birds around them, but this guy has all of them. But he gets rid of them by bumping into Yami, one of the captains, and Yami wants to kill him. Nobody wants to be friends with Asta because he's really loud and he has no magic, so no one's going to find him as competition. Until this really nice man wants to become his friend.
I didn't hear nothing. That's suspicious. That's
So before
weird.
the exams begin, this nice man explains to Asta what the captains do and who they are. So exams begin, and the first round you have to fly on a broom. And one of the captains even said, if you can't fly on a broom, you're not even a wizard. And Asta's thinking, well,
that's all, folks.
the second round is to control your magic. And then there's more rounds to do with magic. Can you believe that? Magic exams at a magic exam?
Oh, no.
Until it's a 1v1, nobody wants to choose Asta. They say it's because it's too easy and has no magic, so there's no way he could win against them. But there's no worries because Asta's best friend says, hey, you and me, let's battle. And he chose Asta for the opposite reason that everyone else did. It's because Asta is actually weak and he has no magic, is what he's thinking. So before they even fight, he basically tells Asta he was tricking him, they're not friends at all. He should just quit his dream of being Wizard King and leave before he gets hurt. and it takes him under 10 seconds to smash that insect. After beating him, the final results are in, so he's really ready to get into the Magic Knights already. So he's looking to see which of the 9 knights are going to accept him. And out of 9 knights, 0 want to take him, and he refuses to leave. So not until Yami says how shitty of a person he is and he's not very good at being a Magic Knight, he ends up just taking him anyway.
You what? You what?
So after being accepted by Yami and joining his squad, he tells Yami that he ate some really bad street food and he has to go to the restroom. But his best friend turns out to be that it wasn't his best friend, tries to get revenge on him by putting a lizard into the toilet and scaring him. But Yuno's there and he stops that very quickly.
Yo, what you doing, man? What you doing, man?
So after releasing the demons in the bathroom, he gets teleported to the Black Bull's mansion. And right when he gets inside to tell everyone that he's there, they blow him up. So once Asa gets a chance to go inside the mansion, he gets to know his roommates and they act exactly how they look. Well, just for example, here, what do you think this person would act like? Leave a comment down below. There's so many different type of people living here with different personalities that of course things are going to get out of hand. And the only way that Yami knows how to take care of this is by smashing the hole through the wall. But for Asa to get his uniform, he has to pass Magnus tests, and his tests are basically don't die. The exact exam is, the first one is 500 push-ups, 500 sit-ups. The second one is crush this rock, and the way that he does it, there's a reason why he has no brain. So the final round is dodge Magnus fireballs, and he's chucking these things like baseballs. And Asa's been working out for the season of baseball, but he can only dodge so many before he starts thinking, there's no way that he's going to be able to dodge them forever. Even if you think he's not very smart, he actually thinks of a pretty good plan. Instead of trying to repel them, how if he hits them back like a bat? So he passes the exam and he gets his cloak, and because his headband's dirty, they clean it and they put something on his headband. Now that he's officially part of the Black Bulls, he gets his very own room that he's never had, so he starts crying about it, even though it's really small and very dirty. And to be honest, it probably smells really bad.
Oh! Ew!
Even though that's bad, his mentor is very great because he actually cares for Austin, cares about how his family's doing, and if he has any questions or problems, he can always come to him. I didn't think that way because if you just look at him, he doesn't really look like your average I'm here to help you guy. Once Asta settles into his room, Magna gives him a house tour and he says don't get too attached to where everything is because this mansion shifts. So after he gives him the whole house tour, he meets a girl who's a fucking asshole because she thinks she's better than everyone just because she's royalty. Plus, after she sees Asta and Magna, she wants to quit the Black Bulls.
Oh, what the fuck?
After he saves her from her own demise, she thinks that they're friends now because he says that everyone here has something wrong with them, but that's the thing that makes them really great. You're not perfect, and that's okay. So now that Noelle and Asta live there, now they have to do the cleaning, the cooking, and other chores, but Noelle doesn't want to do that at all because she still has the same fucking personality that she thinks she's greater than everyone. So Asta has to do all the laundry and all the cooking and all the harsh work. And on top of that, he figures out that the Magic Knights do security work, and it's not anything what he thought. And it just gets worse because Magna and Yami lost at strip poker, and now they owe the old man a favor, and they make Noelle and Asta go do this favor for them. So their mission is to go and capture a bunch of these boars and take them to Saucy Village. But Noelle and Asta don't have magic, so Magna has to take them there. So after capturing these boars and killing them. Also, I'm not sure why these bulls have fireballs on their heads, but at least it shows you that they're going to be cooked soon. So they're walking their way to Saucy Village, and they figure out that Saucy Village is under attack, so they go and save the day and destroy the bad guys. Well, you know, Asta destroys them with his super big muscles, and Noelle saves the day by protecting a bunch of people with her strong barrier magic. But they didn't make it in time to save the old man, so he's gone now.
No, God! No, God!
So now it's for certain there's an anti-bird that's following him for some reason, and it was in his jacket, and it flies away to go and get a crystal that the bad guys were looking for, but he gives it to Asta instead. So the Wizard Queen hears about their good deed, and so they award them with a golden star. But that doesn't even fucking matter because they're minus 30 golden stars, so at least they're acknowledged. But they also get a big stack of money where they just go shopping with it to get magic stuff. So Rebecca takes them to a shopping area where there's a lot of items for magic people. And somehow, the insect man is also there. And he just lost a bunch of his money to this old lady who is basically gambling. So after making a shit ton of money, the old lady's walking home and some thief takes her money, and Asta and the bug guy go and try to stop this thief. So the insect man hits him with the scooter and takes him to jail. And the old lady is not an old lady, it's someone in disguise. It's the Wizard King, what a memer. So we know that Asta is the main character of Black Clover, but what would happen if we see the world through Yuno's eyes? Would that change the way that the story is told, or would the show be a lot more bland or a lot better? Well, let's find out. So when Yuno was a child, he was abandoned and left at a church with Asta. And he was a big crybaby who was scared of many things. And to make things worse, one day he goes on a mission for the priest, and he gets his pendant stolen by a fucking drunk. He didn't have money to buy a beer, so he had to steal the pendant so he can make money. And after all hope seems lost, Asta comes and saves him by being a shield. So that was a really traumatizing day. So 15 years later, Yuno grows up, and he was raised with some guy who really liked the nun and wouldn't quit even though you can't marry nuns.
Who in the blue hell are you?
And everyone at the church thought he was really annoying. Unlike Asta, Yuno was gifted with really strong magic since he was a child. It's very strange because Yuno used to be very nice to Asta until he promised he wouldn't be a crybaby anymore. He started to be very passive-aggressive towards Asta.
Just keep sleeping. You're a good husband. I'm sure she doesn't fantasize about your contractor who's already downstairs working on... Well, I can't really figure out what he's working on. Oh, I know. Your wife.
Not only is he very strong and gifted, once he gets to the grimoire ceremony, he finds out that he is the chosen one and has one of the strongest grimoires. He is the wizard that gets the 4-leaf clover, but Asta doesn't get shit, and that makes Yuno very disappointed. Even though he doesn't really show it, he actually says really mean things to him instead. So now that everyone knows that Yuno's the chosen one with the strong grimoire, he gets captured. Let me say that again. The guy with the strong powers gets captured, but the guy with no magic beats the really strong wizard.
Huh?
So after Asta gets his grimoire and saves Yuno, Yuno accepts him as his rival and they become best friends again. So when it comes to working out, Yuno isn't like Asta who has a really buff body. Well, of course not, because Yuno isn't using a big heavy sword, he's opening a book and using magic. After working out his brain muscles, he leaves Hajj, the town that he was born in, with Asta, and they have to walk 100 miles just to get to the Magic Academy, because they live in such a hillbilly part of the town that it's so far. After they walk miles and miles just to get there, they're very happy trying to get to the big city. But the truth is that Yuno only cares about becoming Wizard King, and that's the only thing that he's here for, and he tells Asta exactly that. Which is pretty harsh because Asta's big dream is to become Wizard King as well.
Yo! What you
And
doing,
since they're in
man?
the town, Asta is having a great day messing around having fun. And after that, they go and check in with their grimoires, and everyone looks at him like he's a celebrity or something.
I want you to like Miami again. I know, I do like Miami. I know it.
It's for a good reason. Once they get into the wizard exam, everybody is surprised that he doesn't have any anti-birds attacking him or anything. Not even one, so that just means he has so much magic, the birds are too scared to eat him. So during the magic exams, no one comes close to Yuno at all. He just swims through everything. Big dubs. So you can imagine when it came to a 1v1, nobody wanted to face off against Yuno. Up until a really pompous rich boy thinks he can wrestle in the ring with Yuno.
Left hand gets in. High trout.
He didn't just blow through all the exams, he also blew through all the captains and all of them raised their hands. And not everyone gets that. Well, actually, almost no one gets that. So of course he takes one of the best teams, the Golden Dawn, the highly regarded team according to everyone. After he sees someone chase Asta into the restroom, he stops him from all that shit. I mean, this guy was gonna put an animal into the toilet. Who the fuck does that? So once Yuno moves into his new home, his mentor is telling him a bunch of bad things, such as, I don't know why the captain lets poor trash like you in. I mean, I can't believe it. He gets accepted to this 5-star hotel, where his mentor is treating him like a dog and he has to respect him. So Yuno's first mission is to take the pompous rich kid safely back to his village. The really annoying guy at the exams who wanted to put Yuno in his place is the same guy he has to protect. Well, that's similar to Asa's. Link in the description below if you want to watch Asa's point of view. So on the way to the village, they get attacked and Yuno saves him from that. And because he saved him, he wants to go to the village that raised him. Yuno, he wants to meet the family that raised this strong, intelligent wizard, who one day will become the Wizard King. So they go to the church that Yuno grew up with, and everyone thinks it's small because these guys are really rich. Yuno and his team are all sitting at the dinner table, and thankfully, because Yuno and Asa sent a lot of money, they have food for all these really rich people. So after talking about Yuno's upbringing, Sister Lily goes outside to get the water and she gets kidnapped. So everyone tells Yuno not to go and save Sister Lily, but it's Sister Lily, so he goes over there and saves her anyways. And because of this, his mentor respects him more. And for some reason, the Wizard Crew is disguised as one of the villains, and he runs off. And so when he gets to his kingdom, he awards the Golden Dawn a golden star. Now they have 80 more than the Black Bulls, but who's counting? Only Asta and the leader of the Black Bulls, Yami. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like. Don't forget to check out my other video where I tell the story through Asta's eyes. Link will be in the description below. Alright, peace.